Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. There's an very important message that I want to give in terms of practical spirituality, and people are getting it all wrong, and there is almost like a pandemic of loneliness where the loneliness in this world and people who are feeling very lonely, even if they have good relationships with people, even if they are friends, the satisfaction that needs to come from deep within is not coming out. Hence, in today's video I'm going to speak about the balance that we need between isolation and socialization. By socializing, I just don't mean by going to parties and having a group of friends and chilling with them. I also include social relationships inside of it, family relationships, friendships, partnerships, everything comes under that. So, one spectrum of which is that you be by yourself, where you're not interacting with a lot of people, and different angle of it is like, or the other extreme is where you are socializing, where you're involving in relationships, you're involving in friendships, and you're meeting new people. So what usually people think, that spiritual growth means, or liberation means, or enlightenment means that you don't need anybody, and many people have not yet reached there. I will clarify it once again. Till the time we are in social situations, till the time that we have desires, till the time that we have a brain, we have a body, we have a mind body complex, and we have not really learned to, transcend it. Speaking about all these things does not make a lot of sense, saying that I don't need anybody. It is the most inauthentic thing to say. So, for somebody like me who is very committed towards the transformation, the spiritual progress, what I feel is that deep, meaningful relationships are required, and they support you in your spiritual progress. These deep, meaningful relationships become mirror to you. They tell you the things that you don't maybe notice about yourself, that can be great things, your strengths. They sometimes remind you of your actual value, what do you really deserve, and also remind you of some of the improvements. And we need people in our lives for this thing. Otherwise, this path will not be that what do you say, it's up to us whether we want to use our relationships to get distracted from a main goal of self exploration, or we can make our relationships one of the ways to explore ourselves and to support each other in this journey. So whatever intent you set for your relationships, you're going to attract people accordingly. So, if you're somebody on the spiritual path, what you really need to understand is that you need both. You need time of solitude, you need time of self reflection, where you are not actually involving and engaging in a lot of conversations and not meeting and talking to so many people, just to avoid the important conversation that you need to have with yourself. So, the most important person that you need to have a conversation with on a day to day basis is with yourself. So, it's the most important meeting of your life. So, do not miss that meeting. Have that meeting every single day, and that gives you a lot of insights, that gives you a lot of strength. And we all are meant to support each other. That's why you will see in a lot of scriptures also it is said, or I have seen many people talk about it, especially spiritual speakers. They say that in Kali Yuga, the spiritual practice would be better if it's done in community. So, community just does not mean your friends and family. Community means a gathering of like minded people going towards a certain goal. And I felt that really powerfully. Yesterday, I've joined a course I was in the first session of that yoga psychology workshop, and our goals were same: to explore ourselves better, to know ourselves better, to understand our energies better, and it created a very powerful space. Same happens with Dare to Dream. When I am conducting this thing for women, the life coaching group sessions, there is a different kind of energy that gets generated. So it is up to us how we are using that thing, which will help us to grow on the spiritual path. To summarize, we can use whether it is isolation or our socialization to support our spiritual progress. So if you have made this deep intent in your heart that I want to grow spiritually here on in my life from today, you will see that you start attracting people like that in your life who will support you in your journey. So instead of, people use isolation to run away from the problems that are there in their relationships and in their partnerships, friendships, or family, whatever, and they say, okay, isolation is the best, I don't need people, I don't need relationships, which does not solve anything for you. And sometimes people use relationships and socialization so that they can avoid that difficult conversation that they need to have inside of them. So both are required, and it is up to us how we integrate it into a spiritual progress. I'm a person who very well understands that I need both. Sometimes I need more isolation because I am engaging in activities like life coaching, etc., where I'm interacting with people, I am swimming into the depths of their emotions. So sometimes I will need isolation a little more. So understanding yourself and acting accordingly is the fundamental of growing spiritually. So that is something that we really need to understand. So, to implement the learnings of spirituality in our daily lives, I am going to do a workshop which is known as Practical Spirituality, the Art of Letting Go, Understanding the Role of Karma, Destiny. I have not understood everything, but I'm very intrigued to share whatever I've understood and learned, what has worked for me and for my clients, and that will be a free workshop. The registration link would be given in the description of this video. So whenever, if you're interested, you can always be a part of that workshop, and I would be so happy to see you there and to meet people who are on the similar journey. Bye bye.